Yandere Dev, a bland name for a bland game called Yandere Simulator. No, I won't be talking about him entirely, or more about his game and his fucking scandals. That can be saved for Frederick Nudson's Down the Rabbit Hole video, or it might be saved for the right opinion since word of mouth is spreading right now. He's working on a video about Yandere Simulator 2. What we're going to be talking about today is the main game development cycle and everything around with it and what he's been doing wrong when making games, because let's be honest here, this game's been in development hell for over 6 years, not to mention he's been tackling making this game in the worst way possible. Now let's just get started. So, game development, as we all know, takes fucking years to make. I made fun of Wildcat and people that want GTA 6 to come out, but hey, Red Dead 2 took 8 years to make, and if we look at GTA 6, it might take 7 years or a decade just to complete that fucking game. Here's the catch though, Rockstar Games has over 100 or 1,000 people making these games, and that's why it's taking years to make, along with the graphic stuff. As for Yandere Dev, made by one person, technically, although he has a bunch of fucking volunteers help him and carry him making his content as well for his fucking video game. Not to mention this game looks like it came out in 2006 or the early 2012s, and on top of that, the game still has some problems when it comes to frame rate and making sure you can run a game with your setup right now. So the game is poorly optimized, and he's taking his sweet ass time making the game. That's probably because he's getting crowdfunded for it. Yeah, his only job right now is working on this one game. So you're wondering, why is this game taking so long to make? Is it because people are paying him and he's taking his sweet ass time? Yeah, that's probably the fucking answer to this question. And after 6 years, what percentage are we on for the game to be done? Well, Yandere Dev claims that it's halfway completed. Oh, halfway completed. Usually when you release a demo, as in almost a beta, it should be 80-70% done with the game. But what we're seeing right now, one rival out of 10, one boss out of 10 hasn't even come out yet. And he says the game is halfway fucking done. That means that at fucking first glance, this game looks like it's still in its fucking alpha stage. That's what it's going to be coming out as. Not as its beta or demo, it's fucking alpha. Vertical slice my ass. This game has been a fucking prototype from the beginning, and it's in its alpha modes, maybe even beta if we want to call it that, and give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, since only one boss has been implemented and Yandere Dev has been focusing on other stuff, which we'll get into, I got to question a video game developer that actually lives in Japan and makes a video game series that everyone knows out here in the world. It's a little bit of a series. I can't say too much because I don't want to, have his name affiliated with this Yandere Dev video, but let's just say I questioned him this, okay? We had a bunch of cool game modes in earlier video games for this series that you guys made. What can we expect in this new one, from video game modes to even extra costumes and such? What can we expect for this one? And you want to know what he told me? Fuck it. You know what? I'll have his exact words on screen right now and have it translated for you.
皆さんまだ本編も触ってないのにやっぱ気が早いですね。我々もできる限り、今までに取ったアプローチっていうのは続けてやりたいなとは思ってます。ただ今まだ、本編もう我々作っている最中ですので、まずは、本編の完成を、第一優先で、考えていきたいなというふうに考えています。
Yes, that is exactly what he said. Hopefully Yandere Dev knows that. We work on the main game and fix it and get it out. That's the top priority. Yandere Dev? Osana, the first boss out of 10? Fuck that noise. You know what? Hitman mode. How about this? Your hair is blades and you can kill people with that hair. Have that little fucking feature in the game for no fucking reason. Fuck it. Look like Captain Falcon and then you can punch him to death. Fucking look like Saitama from One Punch Man and kill him with one punch. Fuck it. You can play as Sans and have special animations for Sans and have music playing. Oh, what about fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You'll have a certain pose with your character, a stand that can kill him too, for no fucking reason right now. We'll put that in the game. As for the main game, nah, that can wait for now. 6 years later, mind you. You know, there's a certain phrase in the video game industry that some people know of. Not everyone, because it's kind of morbid, and it goes like this. Sometimes you have to kill your baby. Now, what exactly does that mean in the video game industry? Well, it's pretty simple. If you're spending too much time working on this one feature, why put it out right now? We should tackle the other things first, get those priorities out of the way so we don't have to be on crunch time, everyone, and we can leave the office and not sleep here for the night. As for Yandere Dev, is there even crunch time for this asshole? Hey, let me work on the game for a bit and then let me stream myself playing video games later. Hey, let me get paid by people for 6 years straight and I just work at my home and play the fucking game and work on it and just fix some bugs. I highly fucking doubt this man has to face the fucking horrors and all the other fucking shit that the game developers have to face out here in the industry, because they actually have to meet deadlines and get stuff done in less than a couple years if they're lucky. And if they're not lucky, well, it looks like they just lost their job, and hopefully they can find a new one too. But that's another main thing, because the gaming industry is kind of big but also small at the same time. People do know each other around these parts. And as for Yandere Dev, well, he might have burned a bridge or two when it came to a infamous coding example, but let's just say maybe or maybe not, he could have tarnished his reputation with other indie game developers and publishers out there. So let's just leave that out there for him to know. So with all that being said, Yandere Dev is a prime example as to why when it comes to your first video game, it should not be crowdfunded, because usually when you make a game, you want to know what you can handle and then you get it out there. You want to take as little time as you can when making a game, but as this being the game development cycle, because you want to get it out, you want to make the game small at least, or depending on how long it'll take, because you want that criticism, you want that feedback, so your next game can be a little bit bigger and better and more ambitious than the last one. Yandere Dev, he's like, hey, let me just tackle it all at once somehow, and this is where he is today. You want to know something that will kick Yandere Dev right in the fucking head? Look at this game right now. The graphics fucking amazing. The game ran stable, fucking 60 frames a second. Not to mention the gameplay was so fucking fun and action packed. And you want to know what? Made by one person. But guess what he did? He made the game episodic content. But just in, he canceled episode 2. Why is that, you might wonder? Well, since a lot of people bought episode 1 and they were impressed, a certain game developer company where that guy lives in, they said, hey, we caught wind of this, we think you did a good job, how about we help you make your next game? He's like, okay, cool. And he made this announcement for his fucking webpage for the game. Hey guys, I'm canceling episode 2, but for all you guys that just bought the first episode for this game, the next game that's a complete fucking full game, and once it's made and released, it'll be completely free for you that all bought this game. Thank you for supporting me. Now I'll try my best to get this game out for all of you guys to enjoy. As for Yandere Dev making a game, hey guys, here's a prototype. Now let me take my sweet ass time making it and you guys still pay me, and then I'll probably get it done like a fucking decade from now, okay? Yeah, you guys pay me to do the work before I show you the work and then I get paid. Thanks, Yandere Dev. So with all that being said, keep making content if you are out there, and if you're starting off, try and start small, hopefully. Keep improving your health one step at a time if you need to, and as always, I'll see you all around.